one song in quite a while, if I can find it. Maybe I won't do it at all. Yeah, there we go. I found it. This is the sequel song to Uneasy Rider, produced in 1988 by Charlie Daniels. And it's a really simple one to play anyway. GCD all the way around. Round and round we go. Yeah,
I seem to like tunes that do that.
Yeah, this is in the key of G. Yeah, nice and simple.
I bet it's
for
the
me.
same melody.
It is, yeah, basically.
The in-joke, there is no melody.
There is no melody. That's because I'm the sound guy. I'm not the singer. Okay. Well, me and my buddy, we got us a wild hair. We figured we wanted to go somewhere, so we loaded up in my ragtop Chevrolet. Well, we had a little bit of money and a whole lot of show, and with Hank Jr. blaring on the radio, we got a tank full of gas and we were on our way. Well, we figured we'd go down to New Orleans. We were barreling down old 17 when a man with a blinking red light was on our tail. He said, "You were doing 60 in a 45, and I'm going to let you go this time, but if I catch you again, I'm going to slap you in the county jail." We said, "Well, thank you, sir. You're sure been nice, and you ain't gonna have to tell us twice, 'cause we were southbound and with the wind blowing in our faces." Oops. We kept on rolling, and pretty soon the radio was cooking out a Haggard tune, and we were pulling into Houston and checking out all the places. Well, I was feeling dry, and I said, "I think we ought to stop and get ourselves a drink." And old Jim, he said, "Yeah, 'cause we got time to kill." Well, we kept on rolling, and I seen this spot. We pulled into the parking lot of this little place called the Cloud9 Bar and Grill. We walked through the door, and the place was jammed. The lights were down low, and they had a punk rock band, and some orange-haired feller singing about suicide. I said, "Jim, this ain't our kind of place." He said, "Well, let's just have one round anyway." And so against my better judgment, we walked on inside. Well, I went up to the bar and we sat down. This feller walked up and said, "I'll buy this round." And he sat down on the bar stool next to Jim. Well, he looked like a girl, but he talked like a guy. He had lipstick on and mascara in his eyes, and everybody in that place looked just about like him. I said, "Jim, this ain't our kind of bar. Let's just go out back and get in our car, 'cause there's gonna be trouble and there ain't no sense in taking a chance." Well, we was just getting up, getting ready to leave, when somebody grabbed old Jim by the sleeve, and this good-looking girl, she was asking my buddy to dance. I said, "Jim, don't do it. There's something missing. There's fellas dancing and fellers kissing. There's a feller in high-heeled shoes wearing pantyhose." He said, "Partner, I just can't turn this down. You just go over there and have one more round, and I'll dance with the lady and we'll get on down the road." So he walked away and left me alone, but this funny-looking feller kept coming on, and he was making me mad with some of the things he said. Then he put his hand right on my knee, and I said, "If you don't get your paw off of me, I'm going to locate your nose right around the other side of your head." He said, "I love it when you get that fire in your eye." And I said, "Well, try this on for size." And I unloaded him and he went out like a light. Well, everybody in that place must have been his friend. They all headed for me, and I said, "This is the end. But where I came from, we don't give up without a fight." Well, they were screaming and yelling and scratching and clawing. I was punching and hitting and kicking and pawing. I was holding my own, 'cause I've been in a scrap or two. And old Jim come running up out of the blue, and that gal he was with come running up too, and then proceeded to beat on me with a high-heeled shoe. Well, I grabbed her by the hair, and it came off in my hand, and that beautiful girl was nothing but a beautiful man. And old Jim, he got sick right there on the floor. Well, he dropped that dude like a shot from a gun, smeared his lipstick and made his makeup run, and me, old Jim, started fighting our way back to the door. Man, we lit out of there in that Chevrolet. I was putting it on the floor and it stayed that way. We was going down a highway doing about 110. Well, we headed for home and we were getting near. Then a red light came on in my mirror, and that same blame cop was pulling us over again. Now I'm sitting here in this county jail. I had to call my daddy to go for our bail, but I learned me a lesson that I will never forget again. Well, I've done give up drinking, and I've give up bars and run around the country in souped up cars. I'm going back to where the women are women and the men are men. Thank you.
Thanks, Don.
Yeah.
Bob.